that on because I have to ask before, putting on the recording. Sometimes some people, their situation is a bit private, and they don't want it to be public. So that's why I have to ask.
Well, I don't know the totality of what we're going to talk about, but it would be nice for you to send it to me if you would, and
Yeah.
then if it's not too crazy, then sure you could share it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
no, yeah, normally I will post it on YouTube, for archive, for other people that may be going through the same situation as yourself, or again, the big part of this reading is me basically going to be channeling, and that's why I asked you if you've seen my previous videos where you can, have an idea of how this session will be conducted. But for the most part, it's going to be me providing you with whatever messages is coming through for you. So, if you don't want it to be public, I would definitely just send that to you privately. But normally it's posted on my channel, and also I also send videos to my clients as requested.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Well, the reason, well, what really made me call you, because I got a reading from you last year.
Mm.
I was going through some crazy stuff in my marriage and thinking about divorce.
Mm.
But since then, I've really changed course and looked to heal and heal my wife, deal with her. So things are working out there a lot better than they were last year. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
Uh, but anyway, so this week, I had two dreams of my ancestors that had passed on, twice in the same week, and it normally doesn't happen. So I was curious if there was anything, coming through from them, because I didn't really understand the dreams fully. But the first one was from my uncle, Alan Tennis, and when he was alive, he was crazy. He was kind of off. Things
Mhm.
happened to him in the military or whatever. But in the dream, um, it was kind of weird. I was in our old house where we used to live together,
Mhm.
and there was water everywhere. Everything was wet. So, like the towels were wet. Go to the bathroom. The toilet paper was wet. Everything was wet.
Mhm.
So I went in his room. I didn't expect him to be there, but he was. Um, I'm talking to him, and for some reason, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go make you breakfast right now. So I was down there, going to the kitchen. I'm trying to find pots and pans. Having some trouble finding some things, and there was three of them. There's three different people in the kitchen, and they're all him, and they're all doing different things. And I thought that was rather interesting.
Mhm.
Um, and I asked him why was there so much water? Why is it wet everywhere? But his answer didn't really make sense to me. So I don't even remember what it was that he said.
Well, because you were in another dimension, you were actually operating like on another frequency. You was dealing with the subconscious mind. So anything dealing with water represents communication, rather is from the physical or the spiritual. I feel that you actually traveled to where he was at, and the water was basically just like a barrier to let you know that you are traveling in a sense. Think about it as a baby being in a womb. The womb is filled with water. So any vibration or any frequency or any type of communication that the mother wants to do will be resonated in that water, in that womb. Okay, the feelings, the touch, the sounds, everything is vibrating in that water, that womb. So the fact that you went and you contacted him, your body astral projected to the spirit realm. Your spirit was showing you that you were traveling with the sign or the symbol of water. So that's where the water come in at. That's just I can say a symbol, or that's just a sign that just helps you put all of this dream thing together, this dream world together. You're not a Pisces, right? Or are you?
No, no, I'm a Libra.
Oh, you're a Libra. Okay, the scales. Okay, so you're opposite Aquarius. Okay, so that's where the water barrier energy is coming from with you. But it depends too, because some people say that Aquarians are air signs. Some people resonate with them being water. Me personally, I resonate with Aquarians as water. So that's where that whole spirituality slash water energy comes in at with you, because you feel where you're at now, you feel very spiritually developed. It's coming along very good. And as you dream about these different things or these different people, even you contacting loved ones that passed away or they contacting you, you have to begin to. I would recommend that you get a dream book, because you're going to have to begin to decode these dreams. And it's all part of spirituality. Just like when I channel, and your spirit guides show me like balls or signs or numbers. Those are all different things that I have to now decode and explain to the person what is actually happening. So that water is just a sign that your spirit, not them, your spirit was showing you, um, representing the travel. You travel into the spirit realm. Yep, that's what happened.
Cool.
Mhm.
And the other one that happened, I don't know what what this one meant, but the feeling was very intense at a point. The other one was my godmother that had passed away. So I usually in my dreams there's a lot of there's like a common theme or a common place that I go to that's recognizable. But this time it was totally different, and I'd never been in this room before,
Mhm.
and I saw my godmother, and it's just it was great to see her because we had a very close relationship. Her name is Arena T. Lewis,
Mhm.
and so I'm there, I'm speaking with her, and she's telling me about it's. Let me see if I could explain this. It was almost as if I was seeing it from her perspective. I don't know if we were in a park or maybe it was a graveyard, but she was telling me that she was looking at some statue
Mhm.
and she got a piece of it. And, it was actually right there in the dreams. And, it was weird. She said, yeah, I put my used chewing gum on it. She thought that was funny. And then, she sent me over to look at these pictures. I'm looking at these albums and I'm seeing all these people that I don't recognize.
Mhm.
Um, so, I'm looking for her and she calls me back over and she says, look at this picture. And there was three people in there. And they
Mhm.
were, in the dream, they kind of fuzzy. I couldn't really make them out, but I figured one of them was her.
Mhm.
And the one, she had glasses on, but it was half glasses. So it was like half of glasses covering one eye,
Mhm.
and it just told me to look at myself, and I looked up, and it was like a little like entertainment center with glass on it, and I could see my reflection, and
Mhm.
I had the same glasses on, like the same half glasses on the same eye, and
Mm.
all of a sudden I just felt like I don't know, it was real intense, like it was real like special, like wow, she was like showing me that I don't know that I'm sharing something with that person in the picture. I wasn't sure about that.
she she was
So,
showing you, she was trying to convey self-reflection. She was trying to say, instead of, at times, instead of looking at other people, you need to look at yourself. Instead of blaming other people or pointing hands at other people or being mad at other people, you need to first look at yourself. And that's what she was telling you in that dream. So again, that this was another situation where you were in another dimension with her as your spiritual godmother. She's actually your angel. She got reincarnated and she's actually your angel. But she was showing you, I don't know what it is exactly that she was going through at that particular time, but in that particular dream, she was just showing you to have self reflection and to go inside of yourself, or look, look at the man in the mirror, as Michael Jackson would say. It starts with the man in the mirror. It starts with you. Okay, so if you want to change the world, you got to change yourself. If you want to change the way you want to change your relationship with someone else, you have to change the way you are viewing this person. So it all starts within. She was showing you self-reflection. That's what she's telling me here. She was like a little heavy set.
Well, it was towards the end of her life. She was very thin, very frail, but I don't remember her being heavy, like heavy, no. She was light skinned, wore glasses, um, dark hair.
Well, the way she's appearing to me now, she is like well, you said light skin. She's like a brown skin, like brownish. Not too dark, but brownish. Light brown. But she's a little. She has weight on her. Not bad weight, but like chunky. But she has white hair. She has white hair, full white hair, and she's telling me that she's your spiritual godmother, and that's who brought you and allowed you to see yourself. And she put the picture of she came to you as your real godmother in order for you to be comfortable with her, to allow her to show you this journey or something about yourself. That's what happened. But your real spiritual godmother, she's like I said, she's brown skinned, she's a little heavy, she's like a nana, and she has full white hair. Yep. And she wears a lot of crystals. She wears a lot of jewelry on her. So like gold, copper, amethyst, blue lace agate. I see citrine here. Yeah.
Okay.
So she had to
It was,
she say that again.
okay. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Her name is something like Anna Met, or Anna May, or Anna Amashay, something like that. That's her name. You may not know her again. Give me one sec.
Okay. There was another part of the dream that I don't know if you could shed light on, but after I saw the picture with the half glass of reflection and all that, I wanted to take a picture of that statue and that piece that she was talking about because it seemed important. So I had this camera and it wasn't working. So she gets up and she leaves, and I sit down in a chair and I'm trying to fool with it.
Mm-hmm.
When she comes back, I get up so she can sit down again.
Mm-hmm.
And when she came, I guess she had like some kind of memory card or something for the camera. So when I opened it up, there was these two cards jammed in there, and she's like, "Oh, well, that was the problem." So I took the two cards out and just put the one card in. It was only a slot for one, and then I'm turning it over and turn it on, and I actually see it turn on. I see the screen, and I'm setting the quality to high quality. It's like, it's like 5 steps that I increased to really increase the quality to take this picture in the camera.
This dream was about you. This dream was about your soul. And let me ask you a question. Do you remember how you felt when you woke up?
I felt good.
Exactly. You felt rejuvenated. Exactly. You felt good. You felt rejuvenated because when you opened up the camera and you switched the whatever it was inside, and then the screen was clear. When you opened it up, that was the old you. Now she remodeled you. She actually, the what they're saying is the switching of the cards was actually your old term memory, like remembering things. So now when now when you got a new screen, Now your memory is clear. Now your mind is clear. Now you have been awoken again. Now your soul has been awakened again. Now you are rejuvenated again. And that's why it's like you wiped out the old and now you have the new you. And it all started when she was showing you who you are and going inside of yourself. It's all about that dream was more so too about healing, internal healing and letting go of old things. Yep. Sounds about right. And
Awesome.
that's the reason why I asked you what exactly was happening with you in your personal life, well, not to, you don't have to answer it, but asking yourself, what is it that was happening with me within my personal life that my spirit guides, or rather my angels, came and showed me that walked me along this path, that dream like that, your spiritual godmother. That was a very good dream. That was an awakening. And like I said, are you into astral projection? Are you into?
I'm actually working on it now.
Oh,
With, changing the diet, doing listening to solfeggio frequencies and all that. So yeah,
your spirit been into it though. Your physical may be catching up to what's happening with the spiritual you. So your spirit body was always able to do that, such as myself, but you were a little bit more advanced. And that's why I asked you before, are you a water sign? Because you come off very spiritually developed, but the physical body is not there yet. And again, that takes, like you just said, changing your diet, changing your mindset, taking, working with crystals, burning sage, taking spiritual baths, things of that nature to help the physical align itself with your highest good, which is the spiritual body. But you've been cleansed. That's like a baptism. It's like you got baptized. Yep. That's
mm,
what that happened. And then
wow.
when you woke up, you felt great. And that's why I'm like this has something to do with a soul cleansing. That's a beautiful thing. How long ago did you dream that?
That was this week. It was earlier this week.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Exactly. So if you're already into, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. If you have already put the thought of astral projection and that's something that you've been meditating on, and again, meditation is a concentrated thought. So if this is something that you've been meditating on, of course, your long-term memory is going to activate how to astral project, and as a result, because you been knew how to astral project, you're going to easily astral project into other dimensions, and you have people on the other side that are on these other dimensions to guide you, to lead the way. Just
Mm,
like right now, I'm going to give you a plain example. Just like right now with me, I help and guide people along their spiritual journey on this physical plane. There's other people on different dimensions or other dimensions that also help people get closer to their highest good, or whatever whatever it is that they need help with. So because you traveled there, you got the help from your godmother, your spiritual godmother.
wow.
That's what happened.
Mm,
And when you woke up, you felt rejuvenated. That's what happened. Mhm.
wow. That's awesome. It seems like this time is changing for the better for me. Because all the things that I've been through, is for a purpose. And it's awesome the fact that I've made it this far and I'm still alive. It's it's awesome. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. It's really a good feeling. The what I'm picking up more so even before calling you was the root chakra and the crown chakra. So we dealing with the color purple and we dealing with the color red. And the red that they were speaking to me referring to family trauma or family disconnect or family trust or something dealing with family that is stagnating or getting caught up in the root chakra. And then two, they're saying but as above so below. So you have this tension here, or you need to work on the root chakra the same way you need to work on your crown chakra, because the color purple is resonating with you. Dealing with intuition, being very intuitive in the psyche, and then now that you confirmed the dream, you dealing with astral projection. You have your crown chakra has to be aligned. And for this reason, now you are subconsciously changing. You're not even consciously changing, you're subconsciously changing. You see, your spirit is already aligning itself with bettering your spiritual development through healthy eating and a healthier lifestyle. Mhm.
Awesome. Well, it's
Just
interesting.
yeah. Hmm. Go
No,
ahead.
sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's just as easy. It's just that for some people it doesn't make sense, or it feels like you have to put a lot of effort, but you really don't.
Well, here I am, spinning my wheels real hard, trying to, force it, and it's that easy. Well,
I mean, look from what you've been telling me, yeah, you're showing signs and symptoms of spiritual development and astral projection from what you've just, explained to me, which I just help you break it down metaphysically. So,
that's that.
yeah.
Uh, well, let's talk about the root chakra because yes, you hit it right on the head as far as the deals with the family and the disconnect and the not knowing how to love and me, navigating through that and doing my own healing from that. And I know, as far as root chakra connected on the physical body, I've been having, so many issues throughout the years with, it seems like prostate problems and and bowel problems and things like that. And I purchased those roots from you,
Mhm.
the prostate tonic,
Mhm.
and yeah, I purchased 3 as a matter of fact. So I actually did the 2, and it seems to be, it seemed to work after a while, but it seems like there's still so much going on there, and I was looking for, do you see any like serious complications that I'm going to have to address there, as far as prostate?
I feel what they're telling me is more so of a holistic cleanse. And if, like you said, if you're having issues with the prostate, you're more so going to have, you may have issues with your blood, you may have issues with the liver, you may have issues, with your small intestines or whatnot, because one thing's for sure, I say that how can I say, sickness or mucus, when you have illness, is all over the body, okay? But where you feel the pains and the symptoms, that's where the mucus or the toxins is more concentrated. So if you're having issues, say for example you're having issues in the prostate, that means that the issue is more so concentrated in the prostate. But that doesn't mean that you don't have problems in the circulatory system or in the digestive system, because believe it or not, you have issues all over your body. It's just concentrated in one part. Therefore, moving forward, I would recommend that you go on a holistic cleanse so that you can approach all organs appropriately. And as you said, it seems the remedy tend to help you at first. It is going to help you at first because it's only addressing the prostate. But if you have other situations happening with you, you got to deal with them too. And not for nothing, a lot of my male clients have told me that the prostate remedy was helping them with their bowels. So it may be a situation where it was trying to get something out of you, but it's because you have too much of it. Now you feel pains, and now it feels different for you. It feels weird, or it feels like something off. It may be that too. It may be that the prostate treatment was trying to push something else out. Because anytime you're dealing with barks, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Anytime you're dealing with barks, you really dealing to cleanse the blood, okay? And the blood holds every type of toxins in the body. whatsoever. So if your blood is very, very polluted, you are going to, I guess, experience some things. You might feel weak, or you might start, spitting up some stuff, or your urine is gonna look different, once you cleanse the blood. So I feel that with the barks being included, it was actually helping you out on another system, rather it was the circulatory system, the central nervous system, the digestive system, something else. Anything bitter, anything dealing with the barks is the blood. And it's good too, you know why? And it's good too because you do need proper blood circulation going down to the penis, to be honest. So you got to look at this holistically. You got to look at that in the holistic way of, okay, well, why am I saying this, and why am I feeling this, and what exactly is happening, you know? And then you can begin to diagnose yourself in that way. But in terms of any um serious situation, what they are telling me is you should go on a holistic cleanse. You want to do more of bitter barks. So you want to do yellow dock. You can do what is this that they're showing me? I had it the other day. The black walnut husk. So black walnut husk. You could do yellow dock. You could do burdock. Anything bitter will help you holistically to cleanse both the circulatory system and the reproductive system.
Okay.
Mhm.
Excellent, excellent. Um, all right, kind of switching gears.
Mhm.
I've been for many years trying to initiate this move. We're out here in Washington State, and I'm trying to get my family to go back home. In the area of Philly, Delaware. Not in Philly though. Let me make that clear. Anyway, it's been a real challenge as far as with my wife because we've obviously been going through some things prior to last year, and there was a trust issue. She didn't. We were disagreeing about religion and things like that, so she did not want to, I guess, follow my lead, right? Because she didn't think that I was grounded, and I guess you could say. But now she's on board, everything's good, and I wanted to know, as far as my spirit guides are concerned, is there anything that I need to be concerned about or focus on with this move in particular? Because it's going down this next year before the summer.
Yeah, it's going down. But what is your wife's take on this change? Because they're saying that they don't feel like your wife is ready for this change. What is she actually saying? Like to relocate. I'm not feeling like that would be a good move for her. And what's happening with the family. So what is it exactly? What is her take on it?
Well, she's definitely down with, Jesus Christ, right? And she was saying since my views have changed, she's not. At first, she wasn't willing to follow my lead because she's like, well, how do you not love Jesus? Like, I don't understand. Like, how can you not lead me spiritually and then expect me to lead in something like a huge cross country move? And I get that. I get what she's saying. Also, her mom is here in Washington. They're very needy. Not necessarily. They have that relationship where.
Yeah, and that's where I'm trying to get at. Yeah, that's where I'm trying to get at. That's why I'm like, I don't feel like she's ready to change. And that's
mm,
exactly where I'm trying to get at. That's why I'm like, what is her take? You have to help me to help you. The reason why it may be a challenge for you to move with your wife and your family is because of the relationship or the situation with her and her mother. And that may be a slight delay. But overall, and I'm gonna tell you, overall, it may seem like you will be moving with your family. However, I am picking up on like that slight delay or her not, some people they don't know how to accept change. They don't want to change. So that may be a little
right.
challenge. Yeah, but other than that regarding the deal and the business wise, I'm not I'm seeing everything going accordingly, and also for you to take control and not let what's happening to take control of you, but for you to take control of it, meaning business wise, okay? Meaning you know how a business would tell you, oh well, you have to do this at this particular time. No, don't let people dictate what you do. You also tell them your availability, what you can do, what you can't do, etc., etc. Because at the end of the day, you still have a family, and your family comes first.
Right,
You
right.
know, um, but there is gonna be some slight delay, with just the mindset of your wife. That's why, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
Okay,
picking up on. Mhm.
okay, okay. And well, yeah. I guess the next thing, and I don't know if this is really a question for here, but it was the job because everything, of course, hinges on us getting a gig over there. So, I put in this app with for a government gig, and it was looking good, but they just haven't really told me yay or nay. And they've been moving really slow. So, I was wondering what was up with that, but uh, yeah, I don't know. And
How
you kind of
long?
told me
How
like that.
long? How long ago? How long ago?
Well, I applied for the job in March. I wasn't called until October,
Yeah, but
and
no,
then
I believe normally when you apply for government jobs, that's normally the take. That's norm. So
yeah,
I wouldn't worry about. And this goes back to the first thing that I was telling you is that in terms of just allowing things to be and allowing the universe to just take its course and not having to, have to, take responsibility or just put your effort in anything. Just allow it to be, and whatever will be shall be. But what you can do to manifest it is see yourself working at this particular job if this is what you really want. Um,
mm,
yeah, if this is what you really want, you need to visualize it. You need to see it. You need to claim it already. Um, but
yeah,
normally, it takes around this time dealing with government jobs. It takes long. Some people don't get called back till 2 years after. People be on a
mm-hmm,
waiting list for things for 1 year, you know. So normally I wouldn't really worry too much about that new position. I would just allow it to come to you or you to claim it. You can even, um do rituals or rather give offerings to the spirit realm to open up the doors for you. That would be good too. Like fruits, you can give fruits, put fruits at a tree, at a specific tree, rather it's a oak tree or a cherry tree or a tree that grows fruits. You wanna go to a tree that grows fruits, any tree, big tree, and you wanna give offerings to the earth, or rather plant these fruits that you're giving back into the earth, and ask for offerings and ask for the doors to open up in that way. More so like grounding, more so like planting. This is your planting season, is what they're telling me. So plant the seeds and allow it to grow. So plant your thoughts and allow it to manifest, type of thing. That's what's happening here. Mhm. Makes sense, right? Makes sense.
It really does.
Yeah, yeah,
Write it all down.
yeah, yeah.
And, well, really, I think that was all the questions that I had. I didn't know how much time it would take to answer it all, so that's why I booked an hour session.
Oh, okay.
If there was anything else that you had, or even if you wanted to elaborate on what's going on as far as current events, like what you've been seeing, what is to come, how we can prepare for what's going on right now.
Sure. I can give you all my advice. I can even, today actually I've been working with my cards. So I can even, flip three cards for you at this particular moment, or I can just share some information just pertaining to like spirituality and what I feel will be best for you in terms or best for everyone. Um that will help them with manifesting what it is that they want. Either or, you let me know, and I'll be more than willing to help you, or
They both sound
respond.
good, but since you say you're hot with the cards today, that we could definitely do that.
I would definitely help you out with that. Definitely. Give me 1 second now. So normally the way I do cards is I tell my clients to rather have ask a question, and I will flip three cards, and three cards deals with the past, present, or future. So three cards may deal with, if I flip the first card may relate to, okay, well, this is something that has been happening in the past that you need to deal with. And then the second card would be the present card in terms of your aura or how you feel now. And then the third card will be something that's coming up, or a vibration that you need to resonate with, or something like that. You want to give that a try?
I don't really have a question like that in mind right now.
Okay. Well, okay, well then let's just see what comes up.
Okay.
Now let's just see what comes up. And again, the way I do it is these are not actually tarot cards, but these are playing cards which I break down as tarot cards. I see the numbers, and I deal with numbers, and I also deal with suits. The suits, as we know, hearts deals with emotions, deals with feelings, deals with intuition. The diamonds usually deals with finances, um, you know, current situation. Then you have the spades that deals with the fall and the winter, things that happen in the fall and the winter, and also awareness. And then I believe the clubs deal with something else, but we can double check that. Give me a second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Past, present, future. This is the past. This is the present. And this is the future. Okay, so the three cards that came out the deck was the Jack of Diamonds, right? The Ace of Spades, right? And the six of Diamonds. Now I'm gonna look up the meaning of these three cards, and I'm gonna also provide you with how I interpret these cards as well. Give me a second. Okay, so according to Serena's tarot card reading, um the Jack of Diamonds, and this is something that happened in the past. The Jack of Diamonds deals with, give me 1 second, a bringer of bad news, a selfish person. not dangerous to male quarrant, but problems for a female one. So this Jack of Diamonds, I'm feeling like it may be somebody that may sneakily talk behind your back, or go or is speaking to your wife about a certain situation, or trying to break up a relationship, or someone that is just talkative, someone that is disloyal that you may not know of. Are you familiar with a type of person like this?
And it's a female, you said, right?
Yes.
Um,
Someone
Not
who.
necessarily, because I don't, who, I guess, my wife talking to maybe her mom, or, something that I'm not privy to that conversation. Um, Maybe something along those lines. But no, I can't think of anybody that was really like bad mouthing or
Mm.
anything like that.
Well, it may not be bad mouthing her. It may be just, you know, I'm just saying your wife. It could be anybody. It could be your auntie. It can be someone bringing bad news to you or telling you some bad news. It doesn't necessarily have to be her mom, but this card is just coming up, and usually diamonds again deals with like money, or rather money gain or money difficulties, or anything dealing with financial situation is a diamond card. So someone might have came to you or your wife and told them about bad, a situation with money, that they're going through money difficulties, or can I borrow something or something of that nature. But the whole point is to be aware of people that brings about bad news, okay? And this is again a past card, so that's over with. Um, Now you have the Ace of Diamonds. Now the Ace of Diamonds also deals with bad news, or rather loss of someone close, or possibly a death. Did someone in your family made the transition recently, or no?
Did you say? I thought you said Ace of Spades earlier.
Yeah,
You
Ace
said
of
diamond.
Spades.
Oh, Spades.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the second time you said diamond. I was like, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, no, no. I'm sorry. Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades, and you said that has to deal with somebody passing.
Passing away. That's according to this. This website. Yeah, it's someone dealing with someone made a transition not too long ago, or or it was ill, or miscarriages, or lost someone, losing someone. Does this resonate with you or no?
Yeah, well, yeah, last year, uh, I considered him my stepfather, and he had just died. And in fact, that's around the time when I spoke with you last year.
Mm.
And, yeah, he was basically telling me to, show love to this side of the family, which I did.
Mm. Mm. Well, then this card is coming up. So if this card is coming up, do you still hold like emotions regarding the passing, or do you still feel like you miss him, or do you still miss him, or do you still think about him, or what is your feelings, or what is your take on him passing away? Because if this card is coming up with you, that means it has to deal with your emotions, and I guess this death that occurred.
Well, I'm definitely okay with it now. I mean, before it, I was pretty sad about it, but I've come to resolve that now.
Okay, great. So then this is still part of your healing process. That's fine. Now you've came to a realization to let go. Okay, then that's fine. And then your last card that came up is a six of hearts. And let's see what this six of hearts represents. Um, you have Six of Hearts. So this they're saying is a warning card. Someone may try to take advantage of you. Also, the querent is being too generous to somebody and not getting anything in return. They are being used. So this may be dealing with, some, again, I always say, um, the the past, the present, and the future. So this may be something that's actually happening now, or may happen in the near future where someone is going to try to take advantage of you. And because you have a kind heart, you're always giving, 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 and not getting anything in return. Does this resonate with you as well, or?
Uh, it's hard to say because, it seems like that does come up sometimes, and how I give, and like you said, I really don't get anything in return. But uh, no one, there's no one in my mind right now that reminds me of, and I don't know if that's just because I don't yet see it or not.
Mhm. 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 Okay. Well, again, those three cards are the meaning of these three cards are based on this website. It doesn't necessarily have to mean, have to pertain to you or whatnot. It's just according to what this woman is saying. Now, let me interpret it in my way of how I look at these three different cards and how it may pertain to you. And it may, and again, my interpretation may not even pertain to your personal situation, but because we're working with this card energy, I would like to put my own little twist to it. Um, so Jack of Diamonds. When I see Jack of Diamonds, I see the channeler. I see Eshu Elegba, because it's the Jack of all spades. And whenever and pertaining to you, I feel like that is more so of your energy or your, I guess, ability to communicate between the spirit and the physical realm. As you said, now you're into this, or not now that you're into it, but you have been astral projecting. That is actually um that's actually a way of communicating between the physical and the spiritual. So as I told you before, your spirit was already been on the astral plane, but the physical body had to catch up. So for me, this Jack of Spades deals with the channeler. This Jack of Spades, I mean, excuse me, Diamonds. This Jack of Diamonds deals with your jewels, deals with, the crystallized melanin or carbon within the brain. And again, like I said before, your physical body didn't catch up to the spiritual body, which you already been part of. And that's why the Jack of Spade was the first card that came up dealing with past situations with you. That's how I look at this Jack of Spades. And Jacks of Spades is the people that always do tricks, tricks and cons, and always able to, when you get in the situation, you're able to just get right out of the situation. You always find a solution for situations that you're in. That's the Jack of Spades too. And then two, you said that you are a Libra. So when we dealing again with diamonds, we dealing with jewels. So we dealing with wisdom. So we dealing with the physical and the spiritual as well. So that's the past card, huh?
No, I say it sounds about right. Yes.
Yeah. See, well, now you're dealing with my interpretation. We did the first one, but now we dealing with Ella's interpretation. So now when I see like the present, the present card, which is the ace. Um, the ace card. Um, I'm getting a feeling of identity. I'm getting a feeling of number one, beginning, like a new beginning cycle. Like ace is the number one, like my ace boon coon, but when I see ace of spades, I do feel like this is a warning card in a sense, and it could be an awareness card as well. So this represents self-awareness for you. For me, I would say that this ace of spades is presently dealing with self-awareness, presently dealing with who am I and where I need to be. And here again it says ace B, so ace boon coon, going internally, going within, being independent, self-evaluation. And as you had the dream the other night, your spiritual godmother was showing you different aspects of who you are through the mirror. So again, looking at the man in the mirror, looking at yourself, looking at the ace player, you see, which is who you are. Okay. So this is what I feel was presently happening with you. And then two, you have the which is the future card. You have this six of hearts. And whenever you see the number six, because I am a number six, you dealing with nurturing, you dealing with love, affection, you dealing with caring for people, you're dealing with the mother, you're dealing with teaching, you're teaching people, rather you're teaching people how to love, you're teaching people how to find themselves, you're teaching people how to just be what respectable, you're teaching people values, I'm going to say. um and then on top of that, you have the heart. So we dealing with emotions. So you're going to be emotionally teaching people. So and it also could be self evaluation of your feelings. Teaching yourself how to love yourself. Teaching yourself what you're worth. What is my worth? How can I get past these different situations? Past these different emotions from past situations. How can I get over it? So the six of hearts for me is dealing with nurturing, love, affection, finances, of course, and abundance. Six of hearts, yeah, and especially
What,
emotions and love. Mhm.
what about the, I think you said the six of diamonds at first, though.
No, no, no. Six of hearts.
Hearts, okay.
Six of hearts. Mhm. So again, the six of hearts for me, anytime you, and then too, you got to think about the sixth house. So we dealing with health, we dealing with love, we dealing with affection, we dealing with holistic beings, because we dealing with Oshun, we dealing with Mama, we dealing with Virgos. Virgos is my opposite sign, so we dealing with the sixth sign, the sixth house. You see. So moving forward, I feel like there will be a lot of healing going on for you. Rather it's physical healing or emotional healing. Moving forward, you will be healing and you will be nurturing and you will be teaching others to do the same as well.
Outstanding.
I mean, and again, it's just according to these three cards. Some people have different views on card reading. Some people say, well, how do I really know that it pertains to me? Or, things that, so it all depends on your views on card reading as well, too. You got to take that into consideration, too.
Right, because I mean, it's just reading the energy as it is right now, right?
Right, right.
And things can change, things can move, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And that's why I told you pertaining to, this new job that you desire, you need to claim it. You need to see it. You need to manifest it. It's not a matter of is it gonna happen. You already know that it is gonna happen.
Mhm.
because you can change your reality.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Well,
Mhm.
thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
is anything, if there's one thing that you could tell me, as far as your opinion, current events, or what's really important right now, what you've been seeing, as far as what's going on, what would that be?
Honestly, I would tell you not to get caught up in the matrix. And what I
Mhm.
mean by the matrix, I mean by other people's dreams or other people's desire or other people's visions. Like some people get caught up in like that celebrity world, and then they tend to not even look at they don't even tend to pay attention to themselves because you're so busy getting caught up in somebody else's reality. I think right now is more so of a time of self evaluation, going within so that you can make this ascension. Because if you don't believe that this earth is ascending, you're gonna get left behind. Erica Badu told you this long time ago. You know, if she what she said, if you ain't ready, then you will get left because the mothership is coming. And the mothership is ascension. So I'm feeling like now it's all about, more so meditating, creating your own reality, and as your spirit guides told you for you is more so like the planting season. So you want to plant your seeds and work on it and see it growing and having faith that whatever it is that you want will happen. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I tell myself this is what's going to happen. And guess what? That's exactly what happens because I am visualizing my reality and I am claiming it. And I have nothing but love. Another thing, too, many of us are still caught up with attachment to people and things, and they're not resonating on the frequency of love. If I would recommend that you, as you said, what is your last words? I would recommend that you always resonate on the frequency of love. And if you can't get to that frequency, you have to invest in yourself to get to that frequency. So, take for example, you may need certain tools. You may need flowers. You may need crystals. You may need sage. You may need sandalwood. You may need, to feng shui your place. You may need certain things to help you to get to where you need to be, and that's fine as well. But the last thing is to not get caught up in other people's dreams or other people's desire. You know how sometimes, I know you're married, but say for example, your wife may want you to be a specific way, and you like, just to satisfy her, you act the way she wants you to act. But guess what? You're only digging yourself deeper into a hole that you're not going to be able to get out of. And you're going to get left behind because you're not resonating on a pure light. You're resonating on somebody else's frequency. And you can't do that. You're not living life you know and I'm seeing this a lot. I'm seeing this a lot with social media. I'm seeing this a lot with the younger generation. I'm seeing this a lot with our sisters even, you know trying to, wear the hair weaves, or look drastic, or put crazy amount of makeup on their face just to look appealing for the world, and that's very unattractive. And it's like, listen, you are not even living your life. You're living someone else's life. You see? Like you're living someone else's life. So moving forward, I would just, recommend that you get into this whole self evaluation and getting closer to who you really are. Like, why did I come back to this planet and who am I? That's the
Mhm.
question.
That's what I'm on right now. Cool.
Yep, yep. So,
Well,
and it's a journey. It's a journey for all of us. We're all learning. We're all on this path. We're just at different avenues. That's all. That's all, you know. I mean, sometimes I astral project, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I dream, sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes people you will find people that dreams every day and can tell you things that happen in the dreams every day. That's cool. But, you know, that's part of their journey. That's a spiritual awakening for them, you know. So everyone is on different paths along their journey. So you just have to stay true to yourself, you know, and live your life, not no one else's life.
Yes.
I would let me tell you something. I will be playing myself if I have a 9 to 5, as a result of my parents or my family member wanting me to get a job. I'll be playing myself.
Mhm.
I'll be playing myself because that's not my path. This is not my journey. My journey is not to work a 9 to 5. My journey is to heal people and get people closer to their highest good and help people along their spiritual journey. Literally taking people by the hand and guiding them the best way I can. Rather I prepare baths for them. Rather I prepare flower baths for them. Rather I do prayer for them. Rather it's whatever it is that I can do that the spirit realm guides me to do. That's what I'm here to do. And I will be playing myself if I'm working another job somewhere trying to satisfy my parents' eyes. Never gonna happen.
Mhm.
Never, never, never gonna happen.
Well,
Mm-mm.
see, that's where I am now, working this job, working nights, 10 p.m. to 6 in the morning, being crazy tired, just wanting to leave. But it seems like I'm at this job until I find my work. You know what I mean? Like you found your work,
Mhm.
what you're called to do. So it's like, man, I've really gotta. I've been like, oh, I gotta get out of this situation. This job is just taxing. It's wearing down on me. But it's paying the bills until my work is found, until my purpose is lived. You know.
And that's why I said everyone is on different paths along their journey. I once worked. You know, I've worked before. You know, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be in this situation forever. You know why? Because that's not what you're gonna create for yourself. That's not what you're gonna visualize yourself doing. So
Mhm.
it's all good. You're at this point now, but you're not gonna be there forever.
Hey.
All right. So
All
um.
right. Well, I definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much. I
Mhm.
mean, it's people like you that just, that give people like me that help, that push, that guidance, so we
Mhm.
can, attain what it is that we really desire. So
Mhm.
I really appreciate that.
And I am honored and I thank you for choosing me and providing me with your continuous support. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And so we'll talk again.
Sure will.
Love and light. And hey, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.